Welcome back, Average Mike's here. Today we continue with our kitchen project, and I wanted to show you guys what we were able to accomplish kind of off camera, and that is a little bit of the soffit here. We're all nailed down. The only issues I have, a couple things here. One is this, I must have grabbed the most twisted board on there, so I'm gonna have to maybe use a ratchet strap or something that can pull that in, and I'll get that nailed up or screwed up. And we'll put these things. But I had to take these cabinets down before I can really get anything to screw in the top. So these cabinets will come down in a later video when we're ready. I probably won't get to that till next weekend, but these cabinets will come down. These pieces will go up, across, and then we'll sheetrock. Same on this side. Because of this pipe, it's kind of hard to see, but because of this pipe, we're trying to get it as close to the pipe as possible. So we had to kind of break up the soffit here. I I had fun with a little too much fun with this corner here, trying to get a nice sturdy spot for sheetrock to. That's going to be the corner. So, but we'll have one sheet going across. It should be okay. Well, one sheet going across this way. I put a little helper stud there to screw to, since it's a long travel. And again, I'm going to have another piece here as close as I can. But these cabinets will have to come down, and we'll sheetrock it. And what I'm gonna do with that is basically throw 2x3 down here, 2x3 down here. I'll bring the cabinets down, and that way I can once I'm done, throw them back up, because we don't want to be left with no top cabinets for an extended period of time. So today's video, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna move this chandelier, since the table is now gonna be positioned more towards the window. We're gonna move this chandelier over. I'm not gonna move the chandelier yet, but what I'm gonna do so I can finish up the ceiling is make an access hole there, so I can run the wire through the joists to where it has to go, and then bring it down. And I'm gonna have a switch probably right where this outlet is, and we'll just move the outlet over one. So I'll with my oscillating tool, I'll cut a hole right here to about the size of what the junction box would be, and then we'll run the wire through there. We also picked out the island, which would be about here. Island light that hangs over it, so that way I could see what kind. Some people have separate lights. We picked one that had a light that came down. You'll see it once I install it, but basically it looks like it's, I'm gonna double check, but it looks like it's one center mount that then has chains to, and it's one big light fixture. So with that, we did get a package in. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Okay, camera work. There we go. And bam, off Amazon. Got these ceiling brace kits, like 15 bucks. I got one for the chandelier move above the table, and then one for the island light. And this will help hold the weight. Basically, it spreads across the joist. These little feet sit on top of the sheetrock right against where it would be screwed to the joist. And then there's little sharp anchors that you can twist in to kind of put it into the wood for even more weight support. So for now, we're gonna go ahead and get started. with run the wire for this thing, this chandelier, and then we'll go from there. Well, I'm sure you guys saw that. I didn't get quite so lucky as I did with the other ones. Seems I ran right through a spot where they at least nailed in some of the sheetrock. There's a nail there, and it caused me to break that piece. I was hoping just to slide it back in place and yeah, and make it work. But the good news is, doesn't look like I do any drilling. Looks like the joist, when it comes up to this is the header here. These joists don't go all the way to the edge. And then I have the ability to slide the wire through the back. They already ran wire, as you can see. There's existing wire there, so I can slide the wire through the back and then down along with these ones. So, yeah, so that's a plus, I guess. All right, let's go get some more. All right, so I marked out basically double this box, and we're gonna give that a cut out. I'm actually gonna start running the wire from up here. We're down, I'm not using my fish, I guess, and then get the wire here first, and then we'll run it across. All right. All right, so we got the wire ran. Comes down here, as you saw. Now we're gonna try to piece some of this sheetrock back in. Do our best. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, so we'll see. Alright, so we are all patched up in there. I did have to put a cheater, kind of how you would fix like a hole in the wall. Put a piece of 2x3 to hold up the one piece on the other side. It's not as pretty as I'd like it, but again, this ceiling is going to get covered, so we're okay. Alright, so we're done with that one, so we're going to turn our attention to this island light, like I said. We're gonna, I said previously, we were going to use this switch, which right now controls that light. We're gonna use this spot to now control the island light, which I can get to it from back here, drop it down, and then run the wire in the right joist and then across. Once that's done, we can then put this piece back up, cover that hole up. We should be good to go. All right. Alright guys, so some success here. As you could see, I was having a little bit of trouble, and what happened was there was a 2x4 going across. So when I pushed the fish up here, I was hitting the 2x4 there. So what I ended up doing was getting up and around. I was able to drill a hole with the drill. As you see, the extension cord's still sitting here. Then I could stick my finger in and feel the fish kind of wrapped up and around like that. So I tried holding it while my wife pulled on the fish for me, but it was pulling it out. I couldn't get a good grip on it. So what I ended up doing was taking an old wire hanger, squishing it down a little bit, as you can see. And believe it or not, on the first try, I was able to hook it somewhere probably up around here. And as it pulled through, it hooked onto this hook at the end of the fish. And then I was able to yank it up through the hole. So it's perfect. So what we're gonna do is tape some wire to the end of the fish, pull it back through, should come in through the box, and should be good to go. Voila, here we go. Wire is in where it belongs. All right, so we got that wire up, and I pushed it through. Should be somewhere close to where we're going to be putting our light, and that is where we're going to leave that for now. What I'll end up doing is pushing this wire in the box, put the switch back, because we still are going to be using that light for the time being until I move it. But what I thought about, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do, is I want under the cabinet lighting. I know a lot of them are, I guess, because of the ease of it, you can plug them into the outlet. I don't want to use up my outlets for under the cabinet lighting. I really want to switch to control it. Matter of fact, I really want this switch right here to control it. And I want it to control this side, that side, and over here as well. So before I close this up, I'm gonna have to try to fish a wire all the way across into that soffit over here, and then eventually that will hook in to these guys. So let's do that. All right guys, let me wrap for the video. I didn't realize that I had stopped recording, but we did run the cable across. As you can see here, we have one here that runs up and around to the light switch. And then we have an extra one here, as you can see, that runs up and over to here. I actually have it coiled up there. We're gonna drill a hole and put it down here in the bottom of the cabinet. So it's gonna be a wrap for today's video. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe and hit the post notifications to catch the next one coming up. Until then, I'll catch you on the next one. Later.